The following is a travel guide for galactic travelers visiting Normie Land, written by Cliff High. Amongst the normies, exploring deep humanity. For the intrepid exploring visitor, no journey through life is complete without at least a visit to the world of the normie. Though dangerous, Normie Land is fascinating. Normie Land may also be captivating, in the true sense of that word. Caution should be exercised by obsessive personality beings when exploring Normie Land, lest they become entranced and entrained to its charms and rhythms, never to recover their original life path. Earth's Normie Land is a CAA, Controlled Access Area, with very good reason. It is described as a world in that the normie is both completely within it and is completed by it. Of course, the normie is content within their world, after all. It is self-created and willingly enjoined to other self-same visions of their world. The normie will even take ownership of their world, describing it as my world and my day, and other expressions in possession. Normies, in the main, usually content with Normie Land. The normie will acknowledge that you are within their world and will provide you with a slot or label in their thinking. The daughter's boyfriend, that sort of thing. It is easiest, perhaps safest, when entering a normie world to accept the slot as though a role in a play along, providing appropriate responses when prompted, and while cataloging those observations and conclusions. If the normie can't find a slot in their thinking to accommodate your presence, it is best for every explorer to have some prepared role to provide. Perhaps the slightly demented uncle or cousin visiting from a strange place in a far distant part of Normie Land. Your choice. As long as the normie can accept it, their world is safe. As long as the normie feels safe in their world, the exploring visitor will also be safe. The thing about normies is that they bivalent. That is, they have two main states, happy and agitated. A happy normie is a good normie for observation, for hanging with, as they are wont to say. An agitated normie is potentially very bad, especially for exploring visitors who may be within the vast, easily spooked normie herds. The danger arises as the normies have many silent, subconscious, sub-aware, body-centered channels of communications. As with all herd animals, normies are both individual beings as well as integral parts of a larger, much more complex life structure. The life structure of a normie herd has very heightened awareness over the individual normie's ability to sense dangers and thus react to protect both itself and the larger normie herd entity. The awareness thresholds of the normie herd are not spread evenly over the individuals that compose the herd. Nature bestows very much heightened awareness levels on some small percentage of individuals scattered throughout the herd as a mechanism for herd protection. The protection offered from the herd sensitivity being shared by selected individuals within the herd provides a very effective long-range sensor for danger capacity to the herd that crosses both distance and time. It is curious to note that the individual normie extreme sensors, people, are frequently ostracized and suppressed, even to the point of near eradication by some herds in the Normie Land. These are apparently not aware of the purpose for which nature provides the nervous type of normie, and they are shunned or exterminated as being too much of a pain to live with during normal times in Normie Land. Within the ever-present now, here on Earth, in Normie Land, things are definitely not normal. This happens periodically. Events create building tension states across the herd, such that the sensitives amongst the normies become agitated to such a level that some will break free of the captivation of Normie land. In a very real sense, this is the birthing phase of a new Normie land. That is to say, the exploring visitors will witness an up-leveling of some subpopulation of normies into a new state of awareness that transcends and reveals both their discovery of themselves as well as illuminating their previous state of being bound by their old normie land. As is usual amongst the normies, the up-leveling, the raising of awareness within a subset of the population will produce a drawing force on the remaining normies in the older paradigm. Further adding to the drawing forces will be the building out phase of the new Normie land. There are lots of exciting energy releases in the process that the normies find ever so intriguing, thus continuing to increase the extraction out of old Normie land over time. Periods of not normal in Normie land are intermittent and predictable to some extent, as universal influences waft through the Normie land solar system. Such periods in Normie land are very dangerous for the exploring visitors. Caution has no extremes during such time. Exploring visitors will note that normies in such periods are, both in the herd and as individuals, lost from their roots, from their source. They behave as though completely lost, as they truly are, as their normie land no longer exists to their eyes. The normie so afflicted by up-leveling of awareness is both contagious and annoying to its fellow herd members. This is presumed to be an awareness spread dampening mechanism by many exploring visitors, with the assumption that it is in place to prevent mass normie herd explosions. The concept of a mass up-leveling happening simultaneously is debated as to its actual possibility by both temporal and normie scientists. But its horror to us is clearly appreciated. At this time here on Earth, amongst the normie herds, the exploring visitors will encounter a heightened and rising level of emotional tension taking over the herd. Nearly all of the outliers, the nutters, the shunned, the ostracized, the human censors, are all pushed to their extreme limits of function. This tension state is expected to cross a rising threshold within mere months, perhaps only weeks. Exploring visitors arriving for this monumental time of a birth of a new normie land as a result of a great up-leveling, as they settle in amongst the normies, are advised that the mass of the normies are becoming nervous, as they are sensing the extreme agitation penetrating in from the edge of the herd. Visitors are advised to be extra cautious and to maintain a safe social and emotional distance while exploring. Please note that there are those celestial guides who are saying that this particular birthing of this normie land may be the largest up-leveling of the normie herd for this entire great year, over 25,000 annular solar years. Hot damn, and an ice cream cone. It will make sense on arrival. Thanks for joining me.